guys, this is crazy, right? Alright, so if you didn't know, my name is Lily. I'm the creative director here at Bubblegum Cartoons. I'm the creator of a web series. So this means that my little time on Bob's Burgers was actually the first time my animation's ever been on broadcast television, and it's so exciting. I'm so happy I got on it, and I just wanted to let you guys know like how I did it and what the steps were that I took. So yeah, here we go. So season 8 episode 1 was a fan art episode. This is where the team of Bob's Burgers wanted to involve us fans into making this really wacky, crazy episode. So way long ago, back in March, they had this thing called an art crawl, which is a callback to like a season 1 episode. But they had this like little contest. You could either design a background, a character, or the animation for the opening scene. And so, I mean, I was like, yeah, I'm totally on board with this. This is really cool. It was only open for US citizens, unfortunately. I know a lot of you guys in like Canada wanted to do it. Backgrounds aren't really my favorite. I like doing characters. However, I was like, I feel like less people do the animation because it's really hard and it's the funnest part. So I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll draw it. So for me, I wanted to really make it my own, like my personal aesthetic with like the sweet and the kind of like creepy part of it. So I made the Bob's characters like really cute and bouncy, and I really thought about the personality of the characters. Like Louise comes out of like this little hellfire hole in the ground. Tina's riding this little zombie unicorn, which I think she would really like. And Linda does this like little dance, because in the opening, if you look, she's kind of doing like this like bounce, and I'm like, I feel like she can do more. So she does this one like little dance move in the episode where she's in that Trader Joe's, I forget, Fresh Feed. It was like a Trader Joe's like spook episode, and so she does this like little dance thing. So I watched that episode and I watched it like frame by frame, like that little section, and so then I transformed that into my animations. I'm a huge fan of Bob's Burgers, so I know a lot about these people, and so I feel like that really helped bring life into the characters because I knew them so well. So I did this all in Toon Boom, which is the exact same program that the studio used, so I feel like that really helped mine get selected because it was easy for them to like work with and everything. So all the animation took me 2 days. I think we had 16 days total to turn it in. And so I was like, oh my gosh, it's really hard to do animation in just like 16 days. I started first on the background, so the background moved, which was really difficult. So I had the buildings come on either side. The background moves. That's really hard to do. So it took me an entire day to do this Photoshop file of, outside the restaurant when the buildings move and stuff like that. And I added like little extra things, like if you notice when the blank shot moves in, it like kind of just, when it slams into the restaurant, it has like these little frosting and sprinkles on the top. The sprinkles kind of fly. I just want to add like those little tiny touches to make mine stood out, because this was a competition at the end of the day and I really did want mine, to get picked. So I made sure to add like little teeny tiny things like that to my animation. The second day I did all of the animation. This was super fun. Like I said, I did it in Toon Boom, so it came out really smooth. It's super easy to color. So then the 2 days I had my background, I had my animation, I put it together in After Effects, and then I sent it out, crossed my fingers, and then I think like 2 or 3 weeks, like a pretty long time, I actually heard from a third-party company. They're like, hey, we're like on behalf of Bob's Burgers, we want you to send, we want you to like sign off the rights for it so they could use it on television. And they asked me like, oh, can you send us all the files in case we need to edit it a little bit? I'm like, yeah, okay. And then they said, how do you want your name to be spelled in the credits? And ba-bam! Yeah, this is like one of my favorite pictures of the year. So then with that little note from the third-party company, they did tell me, even though we're going through all this stuff, you are not guaranteed to be on the show. We're not even guaranteeing that we're making the show, because it was very experimental at the time, and they were like, oh, I don't know, like it might not be so good, and we might scrap the project at any time, so please don't be disappointed. Funny thing is they actually never told me for sure if I was going to be in it until the premiere. They actually sent out an email like a week ago, and they're like, yeah, so just so you know, no, we're not telling any of you for sure. And we're like, okay, cool. It's very nerve-wracking. As the weeks came up to the episode, I was getting so excited. I wanted to make sure they didn't cancel it. So I always looked at like Bob's Burgers episode guide, and I knew it was called Brunch Squash. So I'm like, all right, is Brunch Squash going to be premiered? And I was so excited, and it was confirmed. I was like, whew, good. And then I'm like, I don't even know if I'm gonna get picked. and I actually missed the premiere because I was at my other art job at the time, but my mom watched it, my brothers watched it, and they like took pictures of it for me. They're like, you're in it, and I was like, yay! So finally, like midnight that night, because I had a closing shift, I actually got to watch it. I was so happy. I was so happy. My heart like soared. Like my stuff was on television, and I looked it up, and like 3 million people saw it, and you know, that's really amazing that my work got out there, and it was only for a couple seconds. If you guys seen the episode, which if you haven't, you should definitely check it out. They actually took a compilation from a lot of us artists, which is really cool. So there were 17 of us, and there's I think 24 like flashes of clips, and mine were 3 of those. So it looks like they pulled from me a lot, which is really cool. They have the part where Bob is swirling and grabs the burger into the scene. They have when the lollipop like street lamp falls onto the sidewalk. I think there's just one more shot of the Belchers like all together, which is really cool. I really like this one other artist. It was really cute. I'll put in a picture here. If you're watching this video, whoever you are out there, I love your work. I'm sure I could look up all the artists in the credits and like try to see if their work is up there. But yeah, a lot of you guys had some super creative work. I mean, the episode was just a whirlwind of awesome, and I really, this is so special to me. I'm so glad I could be a part of this episode, and I really hope I continue to have work broadcast on television, not just on the internet. This was a super awesome opportunity, and I wanted to like thank Fox for letting me do this. If you guys have any questions about, you know, the fan art event or any other extra tricks I put into my animation to make it stand out, please leave a comment down below. I would love to hear from you guys. Little plug for our web series, Demonic Crepes. We wrapped pre-production, so we're actually all done with animation.
Good thing that we got that, you know, out of the way.
I sent it off to my composer and dear friend Carolina, and she's working on it right at this moment. I'm so excited. It looks really great. Right now it runs at about 6 minutes, so that's without the intro or like the little thing afterwards. So I'm very excited. Please subscribe so you guys can see the premiere. We'll be back with some more updates. Until next time, stay inspired.